Serena Williams, Andy Murray, Emma Raducanu are all out of Wimbledon, and it's only day 4. And they were out by day 2, day 3. I think Murray day 3, Serena Williams, Raducanu. Serena day 2, Raducanu day 3. She lost yesterday. And man, that's a big blow to Wimbledon, the local fans. Raducanu, the number 1 British woman in the tournament. Murray, obviously 2-time Wimbledon winner. Probably the winningest British player in recent history. I'm not 100% sure of all time, but he's probably the best player of all time out of Britain male. I gotta freshen up on my Britain tennis history, but obviously Murray's a legend. Raducanu, number 1 British player. She had, I think, the 3rd highest odds, like a week out from Wimbledon to win it for the ladies. I made a comment on that on one of my podcasts. I was like, I don't see it. She has a losing record since the U.S. Open. The only reason I think her rankings were so high is because of that local support. Like, she was always going to have home support. She was always going to have the majority of the support in whatever center court, court 1, whatever court she was placed in, she was going to have the overwhelming amount of support. And Serena Williams was like 7th favorite, and it was always going to be tough. I thought like maybe if she got her legs, if she was able to get through round 1 and round 2, and work herself into a little better game flow and get into game shape, she might be able to really propel herself, pick up intensity, pick up rhythm as the tournament went on, and then she would be dangerous with that serve of hers. But unfortunately, she loses in round 1. Murray loses in round 2. Raducanu out in round 2. And honestly, the stars are dropping like flies in the women's and the men's side, but I think especially in the men's side, from where I could think, like Schwartzman's out 2nd round. Shapovalov, who was semifinalist last year, he just lost to American player. I forgot his name. Murray's out. Casper Ruud's out, who just made the final of Roland Garros. Obviously, he's a clay specialist, but you would think he would go a little further in Wimbledon. He's out in 2nd round. Felix Auger-Aliassime out in the 1st round. Hurkacz out 1st round. Berretini had to withdraw. Medvedev, Rublev aren't there because of their ban, and Zverev is out because of injury. So barely round 2, and we're already down all these star players, all these big tickets. So I think the field is wide open. This bodes well for both Nadal and Djokovic. Djokovic, who at the beginning of the draw looked like he had the way easier draw, that Nadal draw has suddenly, evened out with Berretini having to drop out, with Felix losing in round 1, and now Kyrgios and Tsitsipas, who are on that half of the draw, they play each other, so they're gonna cancel each other out. So this draw just became very, very interesting. Like, there's gonna be a lot of players that get to their first quarterfinal, even semifinal maybe, just because the draw has just taken a complete flip. Who do you guys think is gonna win? I think Nadal definitely has a great chance of winning this. He seems to be getting into form. He hadn't played a grass match in forever. Now he's on to round 3. Even Taylor Fritz looks pretty good. He looked pretty good playing today. And Hurkacz, I thought Hurkacz was going to be a threat to win it this year. He had a great warm-up grass season going into Wimbledon, but he loses in round 1. And he made it a game. He pushed it to 5 sets, but he loses at the end. I think Berrettini should be the most sad out of everybody. He was coming back from injury, had a great grass season leading up into Wimbledon, and it just gut-wrenching to catch COVID right before Wimbledon. And kudos to him for reporting it. I know there's a lot of rumors, or people are saying that there was players that caught it at Roland Garros, and they just kind of had an agreement, a pact, that they would not report it, just because all the players were in on it, and they had agreed to like just keep playing and persevering through it, which is kind of dangerous. But Berrettini, I don't know how severe his symptoms are, but it's just so sad to see him out over the tournament. But yeah, man, I feel for the home crowd. Obviously, Cameron Norrie's still there, so I'm pretty sure all the home support will shift to him with Raducanu and Andy Murray out. We'll see how he could go. He's very consistent. His highs aren't the highest on tour, but his his lows are definitely like one of the higher lows, bases, if that makes any sense. And he's just super consistent, super even keeled. He'll make you like hit winners. He'll make you earn every point. So he could definitely go far. I got to see how his path looks, but definitely for a lot of players, if you're a fan of someone that's still in the draw, first time at Wimbledon, or the draw looked a little hard for one of like your local players, or whoever you support, like this draw just completely opened up. One more time to recap: everyone that's out on the men's side that could have potentially gone into the third round or further. Schwartzman out, second round. Shapovalov out. Andy Murray out. Casper Ruud out. Felix FAA out. Hurkacz, Berretini, Medvedev, Rublev, Zverev. Like that's a lot of names. Those are a lot of the names you've been seeing the last few years, making it to quarters and semis and stuff like that. So to see all of those out, like it bodes well for the parity, I guess. Just seeing different names get to these latter stages of the tournament. But yeah, honestly, I would say Djokovic, Nadal, the winner of Kyrgios and Tsitsipas are probably the three strongest players left, the three favorites going into day 5 of Wimbledon.